Hello, welcome to Thursday Thinkers. Thursday Thinkers is a short segment covering all sorts of different topics, from sports to shootings to a lot of different things, but they are very important.
Today we're going to be talking about the most recent movie theater shooting in Tennessee, latest on Tom Brady, and the Republican debate coming up tonight.
All pretty important things, I would say.
I'd say so.
I would say so. There was a shooting that happened yesterday.
Yesterday.
Because it's Thursday, right?
Right.
It's Thursday today.
It's Thursday.
So yesterday there was a shooting that happened right outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
We started filming this. There wasn't a ton of news out, but we can tell you what we know. Some guy had a hatchet and pepper spray and a handgun. Somebody in the theater ended up with like a hatchet wound on their arm. I don't know how it happened, but they got a call of an active shooter, and then the cops showed up. The guy started shooting at the cops, and the cops unloaded the clip, killed the guy. And that's what we know right now.
You know, I'm thinking this is either a couple different things. It's either a way for the media to portray cops as good people again, because obviously there's a lot of negativity about cops. That could be what it is. Or obviously gun control. Or hatchet control, I guess, at this point.
Nobody's taking my hatchet.
Yeah, no one's taking my hatchet.
Do you think we need gun control? Do we need hatchet control?
Yeah, seriously, I mean, we don't really know what the motive was with this guy. There hasn't been anything released. I mean, he is dead now because the cops killed him. But there wasn't any shootings inside the movie theater. I guess there was something about pepper spray, and I guess someone had their arm, like, hatcheted.
Hatcheted, is that a
verb or term? I don't know. That's that story. You know, you don't ever think that this sort of thing will happen in your town, right?
Right, but then it happens where you know people and you're just like, ah, shit, like, I gotta call them to make sure they're okay.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a kind of a frightening thing. Let's move right along. So next...
Fuck that, I'm putting my jersey on.
Okay. Moving right along now.
Deflategate.
Moving right along then. Let's talk about Tom Brady.
You say something about Tom Brady?
Yeah, I did say something about Tom Brady.
What, that he may or may not have known that a guy maybe deflated some footballs?
I mean, come on, man. Let's look at everything. The guy destroys his phone.
Because there are nudes of Giselle on there.
I don't think that's why.
I think that's why.
I mean, regardless, though.
I mean, his lawyers might have told him to destroy his phone. But, like, let me tell you. If I bring I have a football inside in a temperature-controlled room where it's 75 degrees, and I then bring it outside to where it's 45 degrees for an hour and a half, the ball will deflate.
You don't think that
some pressure will come out of the ball?
But how much pressure are we talking?
I'm talking a couple psi. They're saying that one of the balls, the ball the Colts had in their possession, was 2 psi under the regulated amount. But the other ones were a few ticks, whatever that means.
The ones that were being questioned about.
The ones that were being questioned about were a few ticks under the regulated psi.
But they have to be.
And then
the
one ball, like a couple tenths of a psi, not anything huge.
Okay.
And then the one ball that the Colts had it in their possession, was the one that was 2 psi under.
All right.
But NFL is like, oh wait, we're just going to take all those balls away and put in regular balls, and the Patriots ended up scoring 28 points in the second half, winning by 35 points. And then they won the Super Bowl with NFL regulated footballs.
So we won the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah. I'm proud to have Tom Brady as our quarterback.
Me too. You can't tell.
It's just, we get lots of, you know, drama and news and...
Like people like to talk smack about Tom Brady because he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. I mean, what did we do as Red Sox fans in the 90s with the Yankees? We shat all over them because they won, we didn't.
Because we were butthurt.
Everybody just hates us because we're the best. That's okay with me. The
latest is that Tom Brady destroyed his phone after they called for it, right? Didn't they want to see his phone?
They called it and he destroyed it.
But, and he said, I wouldn't have destroyed it if I knew that you would need it, I guess, is what he said.
Right, but by law, he's not obligated to hand over his phone.
Oh yeah, not by law. Personally, I think he knew. I think that whoever was in on it obviously knows what he's comfortable with, you know, the most comfortable with. I don't think that it's a life and death situation. I think that obviously, haven't the Patriots been caught cheating before?
They have, yeah.
So it's like, you can't really like, you know, you can still be a dedicated Patriots fan and just kind of, you know, move past it and say, you know what, that's kind of messed up. But an interesting fact is,
Greg Hardy got his 10-game suspension reduced to 4 for another, get that, domestic violence situation in the NFL.
So did he try to kill her, or did he try to plan to kill her?
It was some kind of domestic abuse situation. So you're telling me that domestic abuse is as bad as maybe knowing about deflated footballs. Roger Goodell's got to get his shit straightened out.
That's what I mean. It's like
he's a complete joke right now. He's a complete joke. But case is going to federal court. Tom Brady might have his suspension reduced before the beginning of the season. If not, he comes back week 6 against the Indianapolis Colts. So Andrew Luck, you caveman motherfucker, I hope you're ready for Brady, because we're going to stomp you again.
Oh shit. And the last thing we're going to talk about today, I got to put my sunglasses on for this because we got to be cool while we're talking about this, is the Republican presidential debate. I fucking hate anyone who, like, I hate politicians, I hate, like, all that whole game, because it's just a show, it's just a game, it's just, you know, it's a way to take our concentration and our mindset off of what's really happening out there, you know?
Exactly. You know, Donald Trump leads the polls right now with 23% of the vote. Come tonight, 10 Republicans are going to take the stage in Cleveland.
We don't know what they're going to be debating about, probably just, you know, a number of different things.
But with the time slot they have and the number of people there, they're only giving the candidates a 30-second rebuttal. So that's less time they can bullshit and more time they actually have to spend answering the real questions.
Get to the point, straight up, yeah. Definitely. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out tonight on TV.
Yeah, it'll be CNN, Fox, all those.
All those bullshit channels. Donald Trump.
He has a nice toupee.
Toupee, yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts, like, I mean, about the way he goes about things?
I don't want a businessman running the country.
No?
America's not a business. Like, you can see my shirt, Rock Me, Rock Maine. I lived in Maine for a couple years, went to school up there, moved to Portland after I graduated, and Governor Paul LePage put up a sign on the Maine state sign that says, open for business. No, Governor LePage, Maine is not a business, Maine's a state. America is not a business, it's a country. It's the greatest country in the world, even though I have a Canadian flag right there. America is the greatest country in the world. And if you're going to come in and you're going to run it like a business, you're going to send more people overseas to defend your oil or whatever, I'm not going to have any part of it.
True. I feel like it's nice seeing something different, you know? I'm not saying I like Trump. I'm not saying that I want to see him as president. But it is nice to see someone who goes into an interview with only himself, you know what I mean? And not like people telling him, like, you know, what to say, what not to say, you know? He could give two shits if he wins or not, you know what I mean? Like, at this point, he's like, I have good ideas, like, I'll do some shit, you know what I mean?
Right, like he says what's on his mind, and I can respect that, but I'm still not going to vote for you.
True. Rand Paul was pretty cool for me for a second. I really liked the fact that he was trying to make publicly known the redacted page of the 9/11 Commission report. That for me was really big because I'm pretty big into that whole truth thing. Do you have the 9/11 Commission report?
I do.
My God. It's not going to be in focus. You have to back up. The most bullshit book in the world right here.
How did Building 7 collapse when no planes hit it?
Normal office fires, man. Oh,
right. And jet fuel can melt steel beams, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's not get Jeb Bush into office, because we all know that what would happen there. Just think about things, you guys. Keep your mind open, you know? You never know what's happening out there. You never know what's going on. You have to keep an open mind. And we just want you guys to think about maybe some things that you're not thinking about.
This was Thursday Thinkers.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you guys next week.